Imagine right now that I have on a table in front of me, I have a great big glass. It's like a half an inch thick. It's very, very thick and strong glass jug. A big, big glass jug. It's on a table in front of me. So imagine that glass jug, okay? Now the neck of that jug is about this long and it's thin. And then the big jug. Imagine that inside that glass jug is a live goose. It's you know, big enough to almost completely fill that big glass jug. There's a live goose inside the jug. As you're imagining this, you're given a task. And the task is to get the goose out of the jug without breaking the jug. It's solid. The bottom is solid all the way up, and it's a neck like this. So get the goose out of the jug without breaking the glass or killing the goose. Because if you pull it through that narrow place, the goose won't survive it. How can you get the goose out of the jug without killing the goose or breaking the jug? And this is a clue to you having many of the things you want to have, in fact, all of them. You know how you get the goose out of the jug? You imagine him out. That's how you got him in there in the first place. You imagine him out. That's how you got him in there in the first place. So when we're looking at a circumstance we want to change, and we want to go do the thing to the circumstance, if we go to the place where we got it that way in the first place, we can make much more significant changes that are long-lasting, and those situations never to recur again. Did I ever tell you about the young Zode who came to two signs at the fork of the road? One said to place 1 and the other to place 2. So the Zode had made up his mind what to do. One leading said this way in him, and one thought to say that way. So the Zode has to make up his mind what to do. Well, the Zode scratched his head and his chin and his pants, and he said to himself, I'll be taking a chance if I go to place 1. Now that place might be so hot, so I don't know if I'll like it or not. On the other hand, though, I'd be sort of a fool if I go to place 2 and I find it too cool. In that case, I may catch a chill and turn blue. So maybe place 1 is best and not place 2. But then again, what if place 1 is too high and I might catch a terrible earache and die, so place 2 may be best. On the other hand, though, what might happen in place 2 is too low. If it's too low, I may get some very strange pain in my toe. So place 1 may be the best. And he started to go, then he stopped and he said, on the other hand, though, on the other hand, on the other hand, on the other hand, and for 36 hours and a half, that poor Zode made starts and made stops at the fork of the road saying, don't take a chance, no, you may not be right. Then he got an idea and it was wonderfully bright. Play safe, cried the Zode. I'll play safe, I'm no dunce. I'll simply start out for both places at once. And that's how the Zode who would not take a chance got no place at all with a split in his pants. So how many of you see at times a little bit of yourself in that story? Should I do this dream first? Should I do that one first? Yeah. So here we are, we're making a decision. You make a decision to build that because of the growth that happens by building that. May you dream something bigger or better? Yes, but if we keep the commitment and the decision for the growth and the learning to stay true to that dream, and we're not trying to build 6, 7, 8 things all at once. People often ask me, so am I just to focus on my business and not my health or relationships? So imagine that you're a highly successful either business owner or you're an artist or whatever your work in the world is. You're a poet, you're whatever it is, photographer, whatever your work in the world is, and you're highly successful at it. In being the person who's highly successful at that, you also, while you're being that person, you have relationships. While you're being that person, you're using a body. While you're being that person, you have calendar and you have money. So you're visioning a whole spectrum, a full spectrum wealth life. You don't want to just be wealthy in business and bankrupt in a relationship, or wealthy in business and bankrupt in health. We want to be wealthy in all these areas. But that doesn't mean that we're going to focus on this business and that business. We put them in an order. It doesn't mean that we're going to focus on leaving out any area, but also it means we're going to allow a portion of our energy to be building, and it can all be built at once, but not in two directions. You have one vision, this, or something even better still.